Up, Libra? Hi, I'm Thomas Jitterbonson, and Archer called off again. Goober never shows up for work. No, just kidding. I'm Archer. You're Libra. This is your tarot reading, pulling on the current energies for the middle of February of 2026. However, it's a timeless message, so whenever it found its way into your algorithm, you found it is divine timing as always. These are timeless messages meant to find you when they find you. Oh, I forgot to mod Sunshine back on TikTok. Crap. I'll get to it. All right. Meanwhile, Libra, are you waiting for somebody to make a move? Because I forgot to fix the glitch on TikTok with my Libra. So let's see what's up. All right, God, tap me in, tune me in. Thanks for being here too, Libra. All right, remember, whenever this reading finds you, add 7 days to it, and let's begin. You ready, Cassandra? You ready, Tess? Let's do it to it. Ready, Basil? Here we go. You're going to read some cards for Libra. All right, God. Tap me in, tune me into Libra's energy, please, and thank you. Libra, think about your person, and let's do this. Let's get extra Snoop Dogg nosy for my lovable Libras. All right, God, what's going on with Libra? Give me everything you got for Libra. What do we have for nice? I love it. When the deck pops cards, that means it's connected into your energy. You literally just saw the moment that it connected. Whoa. Whoa, that's a lot of cards. The 5 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 9 of Pentacles. That leads into the 6 of Pentacles. This person's learning about reciprocity. How about that? Something you thought might never happen is happening. Knight of Swords to the 5 of Cups is saying that God has them in a state of sadness. All right, they feel like they missed the boat on something. 5 of Pentacles, they regret closing the door off. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it shows they have chosen to be on their own at the moment and doing their own thing in order to level up and get into a 6 of Pentacles status. How about that? All right. The 6 of Pentacles shows somebody coming out of the breadcrumbing stage and coming into an equal reciprocal stage. I like this. This is Max. This is looking good, Max. All right. So let's do it. When the deck pops, that means it's connected. So give me 2 shuffles to set the energies. It's just like a song. When you do 1, 2, 3, 4 to start a song, this is setting the rhythm for the reading too. So let's do it. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the lovable, lovely Libras. Case dismissed. Let's go. Side note, I was just told that my sign-on for you is actually something for any of you dealing with some kind of a legality type of thing. The case gets dismissed. All right. Side note, let's go. Overall energy is the Star card, Aquarius vibes, which does means it's pulling in some energies on the healing journey and being able to process those emotions that overwhelmingly get into your thoughts. Like, you know how Aquarius is like the hybrid that the water bearer, they're an air sign, but they deal in the water side of things. Those emotions can rust the swords, right? So this is about a lot of emotional things that are happening on. 3 of Pentacles to the 10 of Wands leads into the Strength card and the Fool card. So I see mirroring going on in that with the 3 of Pentacles, which speaks about the guardian angels working around behind the scenes for you guys. It's actually causing a bit of stresses on both sides in order for you guys to overcome some overwhelming energies, okay? In other words, God's putting both of you through gauntlet runs of tests in order for you both to see that you're meant to be, if that makes sense. Hope it does. With the Strength card, I see you persevering through some tough times on this, at least the Fool card, all right? Your patience and your perseverance will not go unrewarded. It does lead to a new start, okay? So let's see where it goes. Maybe you feel like it's not going anywhere, and yet there's stuff more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye, okay? So let's dig in. Here we go. I've got the Page of Wands. Now, the pages, those are still like they're younger energies. Could be an age difference between you two. What I'm seeing on it, though, the pages, they're wild cards, all right? In the tarot, the kings are your mutable energies. The queens are your cardinal energies. That's why you're the Queen of Swords. And then you got the knights. They're your fixed energies, all right? The pages, they're still young. They haven't decided what they want to be when they grow up yet. So the rest is still unwritten. You know what I mean? Page of Wands shows this is about trying to find answers, you know? And I'm pulling the vibes of what Dr. Robert Ballard said about trying to find the Titanic back in the 80s when he found it, where he was like, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack the size of New York City in the dark with just a flashlight. So it's like searching for answers. Like maybe you're trying to shut out all the energetical noise around you with your own major arcana showing up right out of the gate in order to like just do you. But yet it's kind of hard and it's got you feeling like stuff may never happen. But the Justice card talks about balancing out the emotional and the logical sides of the brain, the left and right brains, masculine and feminine energies in your chart in order to achieve balance in your thoughts, in order to trust in the decisions that you're going through and trust in the process on the Ace of Cups. You're ready for some real love to hit, all right? A genuine love offer. So it does tell me that you're feeling like it's never going to happen, which has been frustrating you behind the scenes, but yet you're not even going to let this thing show. Maybe it's like some of the feelings of imposter syndrome coming in, that like you're not good enough and it's got you stressed out and frustrated, right? Even if you don't let it show. There's a reason this stuff started happening, though, that brings things back together. So with this page, I'm feeling the energies of some stubbornness from your person, okay? In that with the Page of Wands, I'm going to pull the fixed energy. So this is Leo energy at the moment. So right now I have Leo, Libra, and Cancer, okay? All right, let's keep going. Give me some more cards. Six of Swords, okay. The Three of Swords, oh, they know what they did. And the Temperance card. But they are actually trying to take some action on this, and there is a third party working behind the scenes in a good way. Either a mutual friend, mutual co-worker, something like that. It's bonus points if it's like, if the person I'm talking about right now is a Sagittarius in your life. Because you see here how there's like somebody behind the scenes being like, okay, Libra, you and your person, let's sit down. I'm going to make some smoothies. We're going to talk this out. For some of you guys, if there's kids involved, I actually, believe it or not, I feel the energies that for some of you guys, this might be either one of yours or their children who behind the scenes wants to be like a little matchmaker, kind of a vibe to bring you two together. All right, rather specific message, might only resonate to those of you with kids. Well, might. Yeah, probably. You think? Anyways, I don't know. Oh, maybe some of you guys, maybe somebody's a teacher, right? And like your students help pull this off or something. Somehow somebody underage is involved that actually just wants to see you two goobers together. Okay. But anyways, that leads us in this direction, the Ten of Swords. Gemini energy that lets you overcome this overthinking that has left you guys feeling stuck, frustrated, and like having to dodge bullets left and right. You know, I'm seeing The Matrix. That movie might resonate. You know how Neo goes all woo, boom, 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 boom. The spoon's already bent. So you're trying to hold it together and stay in your vibes, your energies, and do you in the way you want. And yet you feel as though it's being not noticed or going unnoticed. And you're like, where's my rewards for all the hard work I put in? Where's that glow up that all those tarot channels talk about? Because I feel stuck. Okay. Could be dealing with another Libra. Some of you guys might even work together. Cancer and Sagittarius are here. More Libra energy. Ten of Swords, that's Gemini, and then we've got Leo showing up on the Page of Wands, probably just because Cancer's here. Oh, it could be a cusper. Okay, that's cool. Some of y'all could be born on the 1st or the 11th, seeing a lot of repeating ones, the 6th, the 3rd, 30th comes in. I'm going to pop the 31st in there on the date, too. The 10th and the 11th. Heads up might be a bonus. That's something about what is up with 30 days has to March 31st. But I'm seeing it's a previous date that something happened between you and this person that revolves around March 31st, maybe of 2024 or 5, something like that. I don't know. Let's see where it goes. All right, let's get deep. Give me more on this Page of Wands, the Justice card. More than one card, please. Wow. Why are the cards all spinny? Dude, you guys got each other's heads in a whirl. And that song came out for one of the other readings the other day. I'm hearing that. Who was that? Calendar Girl. That's an oldie. I forget who sang it, but that I love my little calendar girl every day of the year. Anyways, Seven of Pentacles. You've been working on nurturing yourself. And the Knight of Cups to the Lover's card, it does show you moving in the direction towards what you wish for. Ace of Wands on the Three of Pentacles. There's still a spark inside of your heart. The yellow color might resonate to you too. I'm talking to a Libra that might have like, I don't wear yellow because it's like bad vibe color. I don't like that color. Or maybe you do like the color. Somebody repainting a room in their house or something with the yellow resonates. It's kind of like you're overcoming some feelings of like those imposter syndromes as we're getting towards Valentine's Day. And you're kind of like at an energy of like, it's not a Valentine's Day for me. I'm not really interested in it anyways. There's too much stuff going on in my life right now. You're just trying to follow your divine path and what you want. And that stuff that keeps your heart beating. Those little things that make you through the day. You know what I mean? It does seem like your anxiety is trying to get the best of you, though, at the moment. Because the Lover's card is Gemini energy. And I always refer to it as those roller coaster ride choices and decisions that you don't see coming that affect life, right? The Lover's card was originally called the choice, but it's not just minor choices like paper or plastic and that. It's about the big decisions that when you reviewed what this life was going to be like before you clicked accept and decided to be born, and you got that whole review, you chose this life. So there's something good coming in for it. And it's written in the blueprints for you guys. With that Knight of Cups, you're in pursuit of love. You want something real, honest, and genuine. Something that puts into it because you've done the work in the Seven of Pentacles to nurture yourself. Me personally, Rita, I don't think yellow is a bad color. I dig yellow. But the energy I was pulling for Libra, there might be a Libra here who's like, I don't wear yellow shirts because whenever I wear yellow, something bad happens. All right. Could be specific. Could be specific. I like yellow. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I don't know why that resonates. Three of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles shows you putting the pieces together in your life to get to that 10 of Pentacles outcome that you're desiring. And I do see kind of like as your mind expands a bit, you're going through an ascension as a result of what you've been through, right? So you're coming into a point here that your mindset's going to start changing. The anxiety is because you're being taken out of your comfort zone and entering into some uncharted territory, right? Like you like to have everything planned and organized and in order so you know exactly what to do. But at the moment, you're in an ascension, you're in a glow up, and it puts you in uncharted waters, which results in the anxiety that you're feeling. I'm seeing like I can't tell if I'm seeing it or I'm hearing it. Am I seeing sounds or hearing sounds? What? Huh? But I'm like those sound wave machines that make like ocean noises at night while you sleep or something like that. Maybe somebody here uses one of those, or it's something you've been looking into or wanting to try. I do see going forward that they're saying the rewards are going to be worth the risk on this. In the Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, that you've taken the time to nurture yourself, and your guardian angels are guiding and protecting you through some of the rejections, some of the letdowns, some of the changes that happen that actually ultimately leads you to you and your person being together. Okay. Now, some of you guys could actually still be married or in a relationship, and it feels so distant that you almost feel like you're on your own. Could be some issues in the Ace of Wands department going on. Could be issues where like the passions are just being directed in the wrong directions. Hi, Amanda. Thanks for the like. Ooh, the name Amanda might resonate to you. But I do see on this one with the Ace of Wands, I'm really feeling like the Ring of Fire eclipse that happens. And that's coming on the 17th of February at the time of recording this. But that's going to be what allows you to think more outside the box and go deeper into your subconscious than ever before. You're going to find some deep, deep answers, okay? Like even some weird stuff popping up into your Facebook feeds, your social media, right? I'm still seeing somebody hitting like a Libra that hits the search bar in TikTok and sees like all those weird messages like, we know what you did. And maybe somebody here, chatbot GTP, is their best friend. Because that's all those things are. They're bots that are pumping the search engine. Sorry, childhood ruined. That's all right. The Emperor shows you have gotten into an energy of being able to control your emotions and how you respond. The Emperor keeps himself in check as he's making decisions and powering through. So even for my female Libras, you've got yourself in order, okay? You've got your masculine parts of your charts embraced, very strong. Oh, from Australia. Hi, Roxanne. What up, girl? Thanks for stopping by. I want to go to Australia. I think Australians are awesome. You guys have the coolest accent. Your guys' accent sounds so much better than ours. Oh, thank you, NA. Thank you very much. I'm rubber, you're glue. That means you're adorable. Seven of Wands. Okay. The Hermit. It's almost like you don't wish to talk about the Three of Swords, but I'm going to talk about it for a second because it's part of your healing journey. This is the part that never got discussed, and the fact that on that Three of Swords, they chose a mindset with the Wheel of Fortune on the Devil that it's the addiction they picked. The Three of Swords is not, I'm not pulling a third-party vibe on this. Maybe for 3% of you, they went back to an ex or picked someone else over you. They made a stupid decision, right? Weren't thinking with their heart. But for the other 97% of you, or for those three as well, this even might apply too, that I really feel this Three of Swords, because remember, the Three of Swords is a noun, person, place, or a thing. Doesn't always have to be a person. In this one, I do see that due to the fact that they were healing through their heart, all right, see them still kind of healing from something that they went through, a past problem or an ex or something, right? Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, I think they wound up losing themselves in a vice or an addiction, all right? The strongest third-party energy I'm feeling on this one is something to the vibes of like maybe they resorted to drinking as a coping mechanism, or somebody might have been on prescription medications due to a car accident or something. but it's more of like an addiction, even if it's just gambling or spending money that took hold of them. You never really got to know the real them, did you? For some of you guys, they just enjoyed the devil's lettuce. You know, a little bit of that. Dave's not here, man. Open the door. Dave's not here. You know, that sort of a thing. But you never really knew the real them. You knew the devil energy, the devil that was still on their shoulder, on their mind of like, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. And then their insecurities bled out over onto you. Or for some of y'all, they tried to make you jealous with things that were really stuff that can't be unsaid, right? Like, I'm going back to an ex, or I'm still trying to find my way. Things like that. When they really didn't mean it, they really just weren't sure because they were still dealing with a PTSD from someone from the past, right? Now, the Seven of Cups under the Three of Swords does tell me that Three of Swords energy was something that took over, right? It's like somebody that is battling with an addiction that you never know the real them. The addiction takes over from what they've gone through. And it's like when I see somebody battling an addiction, I don't look at the addiction or what they're using as the addiction as the problem. I want to know the underlying trigger that caused them to go that way, right? Because it can affect the family just as much as it can affect the person that's involved in it. Very much like this, where you were having to do a lot of upkeep and keep moving around while they were just kind of chilling out, having a good time, right? Always trying to find themselves and find their way to get more answers to things. It does seem like they're kind of coming out of like a phase of some childish dreams, and they're kind of like adulting up because they don't have any other choice, okay? For some of you, it could be the results of a legal settlement, court order, especially if kids are involved or something that possibly they had to get something on track or put together in the right direction. But for the rest of you on those, it's just with the Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords that they realized they had to cut this out. They couldn't keep acting this way and behaving like an option or making you feel like an option. Some of you guys might even live at a distance and it had you nervous or worrying about like Three of Swords. What are they doing when they're that far away, right? What are they doing when they're not talking to me? Like the silence was able to create a lot of doubt with that Devil card. Because the Devil card it's Capricorn energy, but not referring to all Capricorns as the devils. That's a horrible generality. You know what I mean? The Capricorns, they're the motivators. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac, right? Big Daddy Saturn showing up. And that planet's interesting. All right. When you actually find out that Saturn's rings were made up of an original moon that ran into the planet about the size of one of Jupiter's moons, and then it's shattered and it's stuck in the gravitational pull, and that's what makes the rings, that if you looked at it, they're like little chunks of rock that would just slice you like a razor blade going through space. Is somebody into astronomy or something? But anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the devil is that Capricorn energy, the motivation to make those little billy goat legs of Capricorn get up the mountain, right? So in this one here, I do see something that they've chose to do in the time apart to beat this devil, because the devil will sit there and breathe on your neck all the time. And, oh, you know you're not good enough. You know Libra doesn't want you. Oh, you know they don't want you, Libra. And with us coming into the end of the year of the snake, okay, that eclipse is going to knock all that snake energy out. And the Toby, the devil, finally goes bye-bye. All right. As we finally enter into the energetical new year on February 17th, we are finally into the year of the fire horse. And you can even see how the card's energy goes from a darker shade to where the light starts to come in. That calm after the storm, when the clouds part and the sun comes back out, right? You guys are going through a transition phase as they process what they did as a result on the Three of Swords by paying off some of their karma. They've gone through a hurt just as bad as what they did to you. All right. And they're coming into a stage of like, okay, they're getting ready to apologize, by the way, but I just heard dire straits, but I just heard money for nothing. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. But it's, I'm hearing Mark's hold that guitar. Dun, 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 dun. But the thing on this is, I think you guys are just focusing on your money, or you've got issues with your money going on at the same time, and it's like leading to frustrations in the love department and the home department. So pull me some vibes on the work home front real quick. Is there any money messages real quick? The Chariot. Some of you guys wind up working remote. Five of Cups, Four of Swords into the Page of Wands. Some of you guys hate working remote because you're not getting in out with the world. Four of Swords. You're tired of just sleep, wake up, turn around, go back to sleep. Page of Wands. What I do see coming out on this, like, especially for those of you that are just pushing through the day with little results, leaving you more Ace of Wands frustrated. like the constant deadlines, the constant demands, the constant nobody telling you what to do or teaching you how to do your job and just expecting you to. It's like you've lost an interest for work, right? I do see though that there's a project coming in, and it's either like in your current job or it's like this little side project thing you're working on. Maybe somebody's like a writer or wants to get published or something, right? Maybe you're into tarot or you're starting a YouTube channel or you got one too. But I do see that there's a job or a collaboration thing coming up, almost like a team exercise at work. All right. But you're going to be asked to lead the team in the exercise. Okay. You're not really looking forward to do it, but it actually is putting you in a test pot. Okay. They want to see how you would handle being elevated to the next step. And you know that one boss that's always pushing you and frustrating you and breathing down you like a short overcoat? They're not out to get you. Okay. They are actually grooming you for advancement in the workplace. Yeah, they're kind of being hard on you. Yeah, you don't like when those meetings get called. Do end result know that they already lover's card. They already chose you for a higher up position. All right. So I do see you coming into something new there. Also, for those of you that are still getting rejections while you're applying and constantly getting told no, what I do see is you have already applied for a job you're going to get that they hired internally. They told you the job had been filled. They reach back out because that person doesn't stay there. They can't handle the job. And so you will be hearing back from a company that already told you no, and they'll be starting the hiring process and they'll get you into onboarding. Just the point that you're at the 5 of Cups to the 4 of Swords, that there's nothing left, you get a job. A little bit of a reward that comes in for what this person put you through. Okay. I like that. All right, let's get back into this part of the reading. So with the Magician, you are in a manifesting energy right now. So keep your thoughts as optimistic and positive as possible because you're in a powerful spot, especially with your major arcana here, okay? All right, so let's see the final direction on what's going on their side here. And thanks for being here, Libra. I love you guys. If you do want to book a personal private reading with me or check out everything the channel and the Archer Network has to offer, just scan the QR code up here or check out the link that's pinned in my bio or down in the description. That'll take you over to the Archer Network. The automated booking sites there, it lets you see pricing and availability so you can book with me and takes you to all the other channels, small businesses, and digital networks that we support here at the Archer Network. And thank you very much for the hyping, the liking, and even leaving comments if they're just emojis to keep your private life private. It really helps get the channel out in the interwebs. All right. Don't forget to, even if you already have been subscribed and you're not getting notified, just tap the bell. Make sure it's not set to personalized or none. All right. Switch it to make sure it's set to all. That way you get notified. Okay, let's get back into this. Thank you for letting me shamelessly self-promote myself. All right. I always don't like doing it. The Hanged Man, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, nice. That's my favorite ace. And the 4 of Cups. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You've got 3 aces. Angel number 111 and angel number 181 might resonate to you, or you're a person who are born on the 1st, 11th, or the 18th. Then I see the 7th and the 17th comes out. The 25th and the 15th are here along with the 4th. The 14th and the 10th, the 12th, the 19th, 15th, and the 21st. The 6th and the 26th comes in. And man, if you're not seeing repeating 10s yet, I'm surprised. I haven't seen the Ace of Swords yet. I really feel like the Ace of Swords is going to show up, you know, because I feel like that hey text is just getting ready to happen. If you are curious and you at some point blocked them, you might want to unblock them. I think that Ace of Swords is getting ready to show up. You're back with Justice. I knew it. Some of you guys, it is Libra. Or they got real strong Libra in their chart too. King of Cups. Is somebody here a Libra moon? I feel like I'm reading for a Libra moon. But anyways, it's King of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Tower with the Page of Swords that leads right into the, it's the Ace of Swords. There is a communication getting ready to happen, or it's already happened and it's hidden beneath the ethers. Oh my God. Libra, you got all 4 aces. Okay, use the comment section and put your wish down there. Type in what you wish for, whether it's your person, whether it's the job. We got to manifest it and blow out the birthday cake candle, so to speak. I told you were in strong manifesting energy. Oh my gosh. 1111, definitely part of the twin flame journey. For those of you that subscribe to it, confirmation, you've taken your power back and you are indeed going to a higher level. So you have changed them. And this Tower had to happen in order for them to do the shadow work. There's the shadow card in this deck. And with the Page of Swords, learn some lessons. And they are already scrolling back into the cell phone. They're scrolling into their cell phone and looking back through the text. And that if you got an iPhone, you will be in your text screen in one moment, and you're going to see their thing start showing those 3 dots. They're that close. Wishes granted. I love it for you. An emotionally balanced relationship in the King of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles. More confirmation that they're only turning the cup inward. All right. Even for my single Libras, you're manifesting in your person, and it is somebody that you've dreamt about. The Hanged Man is Pisces energy. This talks about that long wait where you've just been hanging around, nothing's happening, the dating pool's dried up, it needs to be shocked and treated, single Libras, and yet what you're wishing for, whether it's 6'5", blue eyes, finance, trust fund, or just your average girl next door that just happens to look really cute in the morning with her morning bun hair stuff and everything like that, all right? Whatever you're wishing to manifest, you're the one that's calling it in. Post it up down in the comments what you're wishing for, even if it's just an emoji, all right? You post the comment, and it's going to be manifesting. The Hierophant. It's finally a relationship that goes long term. They know they messed up on this one because like things weren't going anywhere, and you were doing more. There's 2 Justice cards out. You were doing way more than them, right? That's what they had to get through onto this one. They weren't contributing, and some of you guys completely changed yourself, changed your lives in order to try to get them to even accept you, and they were in a rather superficial mindset, right? Hey Chase, what up? So maybe they could have come from like maybe a single parent household or somewhere they had an avoidant parent and had to grow up at a very young age and run the household, right? So they got into this point, they never got to be a kid. They never got comfortable with any adulting. And so now they're like a full grown kid because they didn't get to live their kid's life because they had to be an adult when they were a kid. And so now they're a grown adult who still wants to be a kid, right? The 75-year-old that thinks they're going to be a 20-year-old pop star, right? Just reinventing themselves. Ordered the Fonzie jacket and the motorcycle. Gonna jump the shark much? I know, right? I do see some peace that comes in on this from the Queen of Pentacles to the King of Cups, an emotionally mature relationship, okay? And it is something a little taboo and not what you expect, right? Wouldn't you normally expect the Queen of Pentacles to be with the King of Pentacles and back and forth and so on and so forth? So this does show you guys cutting out the energies of the past and coming together for a very unique combo that not many, even you, thought would happen because you didn't think they'd change the work. They wouldn't grow up. It's like they never outgrew their college years and needed to be way more comfortable with accepting adulting because they were slacking on all of their adult ambitions, responsibilities, while still attempting to pursue their childhood dreams, right? And so it comes into that vibe on this one, Libra, that God's kind of hitting them in the wallet and below the belt, because they were more worried about polishing the outside of the cup instead of doing the inner work to be a better person, right? That's why they're coming in that King of Cups energy, Pisces vibes. Some of you guys could be dealing with Pisces or Pisces stellium possibly even somewhere, but they had to turn the cup inward and do some self-work and acknowledge that what they were doing was wrong. They're finding out it doesn't work anymore the way it used to, so they're being forced to grow up because they're learning no one wants to deal with the immaturity, right? Which is why they've pretty much burnt every bridge around them except the one with you. You're mad at them, yes, but you love them. They're finding out a lot about, like, no one wants to deal with their immaturity, and that's forcing them to change. Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, strong Cancer and Capricorn in this reading. Strong Libra in this reading, too. Aries is here, Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Scorpio, Libra, Marsha, and who's that? Hold on. 7 of Wands. Leo. Okay. Leo's hiding like a snake in the grass, but they're stalking you. Not in a bad way. They're just curious. All right. Found Virgo. Hi, Virgo. What's up? Here's Virgo. Roxanne, you don't have to turn on the red light. 6 of Wands. Nice. Queen of Swords. Looking good. Ace of Cups. Even my single Libras find new love. I'm just telling you what they've been going through. Sun card on the 10 of Wands. Right on time. When you least suspect it. Leo's late for the party. It's okay. If you're dealing with a Leo, they show up. They're coming in. Don't worry. But it does look like, I think they could be going through some money issues of some kind on top of this. Like, so basically what it is like all of their karma is catching up to them, and it's like compounding together in order for them to hit the rock bottom needed in order to realize they need you and want you in their life. You are their rib, okay? It's a humbling. So even like nothing in their life has gone right since they wronged you. And that epiphany that's coming in here for some of you guys in the week ahead from whenever you find this reading. All right. Some of you guys, the text message went off while you were listening to the reading. But whatever it is, it's got them reaching out to apologize in order to have that Ace of Cups. Now we got 5 aces, 2 Ace of Cups. Shut the front door. That's a loving offer. That's a nurturing offer between the two of you guys. They're finally tapped into their emotions in a more mature way. So they're not so closed off and wishy-washy. They're all about you this time going forward. 6 of Pentacles. Fresh start with some equal reciprocity. Side note, single Libras, you do realize this is one of your past exes going to finally reach out. You're like, wait, I want new love. This is going to blow your mind at how different they are. But it's not a new person. It's somebody from maybe 1 or 2 interactions ago. Whoa. I know, right? I love it for you, though. Make your wish down in the comments. You deserve it. And remember, too, this will resonate to any placement of Libra in your chart because you're not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. Y'all better invite me to the wedding. I give really good gifts, all right? It's written in the energies. You guys are already like married on a spiritual level. It's just a matter of getting them to finish growing up and passing that test, which they will. Sooner than you think. I love it. As I said, it'll resonate to any placement of Libra in your chart because you are not just your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. All the parts of your charts are what makes you the amazing, awesome cardinal air sign. Straight up, Gemini and Aquarius just can't do what you do, and that's on them. Anyway, that was kind of... Actually, nobody contested that, so we're fine. Carry on. All right, Libra, I love you to the moon and back. And until next we meet, I will see you then. All right? Until then, though, peace, love, and of course, spinny hugs. Mic dropped. Archer out.